With these two files that are right here, we're going to automate your system restore points and your daily maintenance that you should be running every day. Below the video is an attachment section that has these two files in it. So go and download those files. Normally they download them to your downloads folder. Make sure you go in, grab them, and place them on your desktop just like this is here. That's where I want them to be. Now for these to run completely automatically, you need to have your computer login information and a password. If your computer does not have a password, you need to create one. Kind of simple to do. You just go down to your search box, you type in control for control panel, go into your control panel, go into user accounts, you'll see your name, you want to open it up, or manage another account, sorry. And then you want to create a password. And it can be something really simple, although more complex is better. That way it's harder to get into your computer. But I'm going to just put a simple one in for me and create a password. Now it's password protected. And it's important because your computer will not run this script if you do not have a password protected computer. I know some people don't like passwords. Make it simple then. Now, if you've already had a password, this is where you're going to begin. You're going to go down to your search box. You're going to type in task, and you hopefully task schedule will be the first one that pops up, and that's where you want to go. This is going to give you all the tasks that are scheduled for running on your computer at any given time. If you want to review these yourself later on, that's fine. If you got questions on whether they should be enabled, disabled, or deleted, you can ask me. But we're going to go into actions, and we're going to import a task. We're going to find that nightly maintenance XML. We're going to open it. It's going to pop up in your screen like this. Now this is why it's important, because now you need to change your username to what the new username was. In my case, it's Studio. For your case, it's whatever your account name is. It's the one that you use to log in with, the one we just created the password for if you did not have a password. So you just type in your username and click check names. If it's valid, it'll pop up like this, and you click OK. The next thing you're going to do is run whether user is logged in or not, because you're going to be sleeping when these are running, so you want your computer to do it automatically, and this is why we need the password. Leave that in there. Run with the highest privileges. That gives it the administrative authority to do that. So under triggers, it's scheduled for midnight. If you have to change the time, you can. You can simply go into edit. Sorry about that. You can simply go into edit and change the time to whatever you want. If you want to do it daily, if you want to do it weekly, I prefer daily, but you could change the time to what is best suited for you. So if you are a nighttime person, you would probably want it to run during the day or some other time. If you're running this on a laptop, you might want to put it on a weekly schedule simply because it's not interfering with what you do on a daily basis. Then you can run it weekly, it's okay, but I prefer daily because it runs better. Continuing on, so actions. This is why I wanted it on your desktop, that maintenance.bat. We'll go through that in a little bit, but that's where it's pointing to, is to your desktop. Now, it hopefully has adjusted this to be the name of whatever it is, but hopefully, if not, then you can go into edit and you can browse, and you should see it there. In fact, that's probably a good idea to do. That way you have the right user account in there. So make sure you've made that change. Click conditions. We want it to run when the AC power is on only, but not on battery, because this is going to be an intensive process. If you're running on a laptop battery only, it might not have the battery power to complete the task. Settings. Allow it to be run on demand. That's why you have it on your desktop, so you can run it as you want, but that's what you need. Now see, it's going to ask you for your password, and this is where you put that newly created password in that you just did, or hopefully you've already had your password and you put it in. You click OK. And that should then set it to do what it's supposed to do. Now this error message, if you're seeing it here, means this app has not run yet. So we're going to do right click, we're going to run it. See how it says it's running? That's fine. That's what we want it to do. Now it's just going to run in the background. You may or may not see it. But you can always do a refresh. It supposedly is still running, and that's normal. I don't think it's, yeah, it's running in the background. You can't see it. And if we do a refresh again, it's still running. Good. This is what we wanted to do. We wanted to run, and these processes do take a while. So your system restore point is going to depend on how much information is on your computer that it's taking the snapshot on. In fact, let's go take a look at that so I can show you exactly what it's doing while it's running. So right click and you can open it in Notepad so you can see what it's doing for yourself. So this PowerShell setting here, this is going to run your system restore points. This is something I preach about doing every month. Now this is going to do it every day for you so you don't have to worry about it. This next command, that one there, is going to run a PowerShell command to clean up your apps. And your apps are basically what's in the bottom toolbar. If it's something you downloaded and installed yourself, that is a program. If it's an app that you got from the App Store, this is what this is going to clean up. This is going to be like your calculator and your sticky notes and stuff like that. If you have some games that you've downloaded from the App Store, like Solitaire, this will clean them up. DISM start component cleanup, that's going to go through old files and see, do we need this file anymore? And if it doesn't, it's going to chuck it. If you still need it, then it's fine. Analyze component. Now it's going to go back through after it's chucked all the stuff it no longer needs. It's going to say, hey, is there anything else that we need to chuck the next time? That's what the analyzer is for. That's this command here. It's going to go through the files in the background going, oh, this is an old application. We don't need it for Windows because it's obsolete. This is an old file. It's been replaced. It's going to flag it. So the next time this runs the next day, it will chuck those files. This supersede command, kind of important because if you have a pending Windows update that's running in the background, this will pause it long enough for you to run the next two commands. Now, this is restore health. It will restore the health of your Windows operating system. It is not bulletproof. It will not fix damaged components. So if you have a faulty hard drive or a Wi-Fi card that's going bad, it's not going to fix that. But it will fix the files that are associated with it, according to the last snapshot it had. And then System File Checker is going to go through your Windows operating system line by line and check, sorry about that, and check your DLL files, and it's going to check your COM files, and it's going to check all of your other files. If they are damaged or corrupted or out of date, it will go to the backup copy that it has and pull those copies over. If both copies are damaged or corrupted, then it will go back to the Microsoft website and download fresh copies for you. These all take time. So that's what they're all going to do. So let's go back into Task Scheduler, refresh. It appears to still be running. And it's going to run for a while. So don't be surprised. This is why I told you to do it at the end of the night, because your system restore points can take 2 minutes, they can take 20. The cleaning up of your app store, usually about 10 minutes. The analyzing and cleaning up of your component store, that usually doesn't take too long, but if you've got a mechanical drive, it's going to run a lot slower than on an SSD. Restore health, again, that takes a while depending upon the last time it was ran, if it was ever ran. System file checker. There are literally tens of thousands of files on your computer, and they probably have not been checked in a long time, so that process is going to take a long time too. So the fact that it says it's still running is not a surprise. So, but like I said, you can go in here and refresh, and it eventually will say ready when it's done. Or you can come in the task manager the next morning, or whenever you've gone by for about 8 hours, and it should say ready. The code over here should change to, like this one above it, it says 0 by 0. That means that it ran perfect and flawlessly. If you have another code there, let me know and I'll look up what that code is and see what changes I can recommend for your computer to make it work. A lot of the times I will see a 0 comma or a 0x1. That's an administrative privilege issue, and that's either you've got your username and password incorrect, or you don't have it running on the highest privileges, something of that nature. So that's what that does. This will again automate the entire process for you, so you don't have to worry about it, and you don't. I'm still going to remind you to do it, but this way, it automates it for you, and you don't have to worry about it. So there is something you can add to this later on. It's a backup if you're using an external backup, and I can show you the commands to do that at a later time. But you can add that to your nightly. That way, it does your backups for you on a nightly basis to an external hard drive. So, but yeah, not a surprise to see it run this long. Oh, see, now it's ready. All done. So, and it was successful. That's what you want. So, that's a good thing to see. Now that we've seen that, let's go take a look. The DIASM command, PowerShell commands we can't look at, but we can look at your system restore point. So let's go take a look. So from here, you're going to type in recover. You're going to go into recovery. You're going to open up your system restore points. You're going to do next. See how it says my restore point? That's how you know it did it. So that's just confirmation that that entire batch file did what it was supposed to do. So if you found that incredibly helpful, because it's going to automate some of your processes and you won't have to worry about it, there's my Cash App, there's my PayPal. Throw me a tip, whatever it's worth to you. I would hopefully hope that you subscribe to a membership on my Patreon account, because that's even better. The lowest plan is $3 a month. Hey, and you get discounts with each level you get. So you can go look at the Patreon account, look at the levels, and see what special discounts you get from me. So hopefully that was insightful, that helps you. But if you need help, send a message, leave a comment. I'll do the best I can to help you. You have a great day.